Champagne. Everybody get
What's up, y'all? Another episode of Champagne Conversations. We got Pop the Brown Hornet and the legendary forcemds. Let's go, baby!
What's going on? What's going on?
The Delhi.
Staten New York in the building.
Get your glasses ready. It's about to be legendary.
Yeah.
Welcome everyone to Champagne and Conversations. How are you?
How you doing?
What's cracking, lovely people?
Great.
Well, I am so excited to have you all here with us on Champagne and Conversations, celebrating the hip hop anniversary, celebrating hip hop recognition, all of the amazing things that you all are doing. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to join us.
Thanks for having us.
Indeed.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, indeed.
I'm so excited. Okay, so let's start with part one. Force MCs. We gotta definitely address that part. So on your mark, you set, go.
Okay, this is Steve. I was a part of the Force MCs part. Of course, we started out in Staten Island. I met a gentleman by the name of Mercury. I was in a singing group. I was in a singing group with my brothers. We called ourselves the LDs. That's the Lundys and Daniels. It's three brothers, me, Khalil, and my brother TC, and our uncle Jesse. We called ourselves the LDs, and we used to sing in numerous places, talent shows. We win a lot of talent shows. And we graduated to the Staten Island Ferry, started making money doing it, put the hat out, people throwing money in, and that was a real big part of our life. Our motto was, if you're broke, hit the boat.
Hit the boat.
Yeah. And that's when we made our money, singing on the Staten Island Ferry, plus singing on the Times Square at times too, singing on Times Square, but the ferry boat was definitely our bread and butter. So me being in that group, one day we was out karate fighting in the big park. That's a Manus Harbor. That's our town, Manus Harbor. And it was a big guy, but he can jump. He's fast on his feet. He can jump high like Bruce Lee. And he had that face like he will kill you. And that was Mercury. That's when I first met Mercury. And Mercury's like, yo, what's up? I heard y'all sing. I said, yeah, man. I said, yo, but I rap, man. I was living in the Bronx for a little while. I'm from Staten Island, but I was living in the Bronx. Rap is that new thing right now. So he pretty much introduced me to rap. And his cousin was his name, DJ Dr. Rock, his first cousin. And he introduced me to him, and Dr. Rock was DJing in the projects. He's DJing in an apartment, and they took the furniture out of two rooms and called the place the Rabbit Club. Oh. They had it pitch dark in there with speakers, people walking out in sweat, erected, just because it was so crazy in there. It was really but people loved to be there. It cost 50 cents to get in, it cost $1 to get in. And that was the spot. And that's when I first heard Mercury on the mic rapping. Wow, you good, man. Dr. Rock was a great DJ. And he introduced me to the rap game, taught me how to rap. And I got Mercury into kind of like harmonizing, singing. Okay. And we named ourselves. He said, yo, let's make a name for ourselves. So I was in one group, but this is the other group. I was in Force MCs. He named us the Force MCs. Now, not too many people. I'm at this point, not at all too many people from Staten Island ever went uptown to the Bronx, Harlem, and, showed their rapping, their MC skills. And we were just around Staten Island, places like Park Hill, Stapleton, that's where Pop is from. Back in the days, they was all little young bucks. The guys had equipment outside. They had us, Dr. Freak. There's little DJs out there. They had Disco Tizers in Park Hill. That's we used to go to that area now.
Yeah, Jesse used to live out there too, Steve, right?
Huh?
Jesse used to live in Park Hill. That's when we used to go there. Jesse and Nate.
Yeah, Jesse's living in Park Hill before he moved to New Brighton. So we was known in Staten Island for harmonizing on the mic, and then we said, yo, and one cat from Staten Island said to us, yeah, y'all good out here, man, but can y'all go uptown and do that? How would they accept y'all uptown? Somebody asked us that, and I was like, maybe they won't accept us, but Mercury's the guy that enforcer, like, let's go uptown and show these guys that we can do it. Staten Island's one of the 5 boroughs also. Don't leave us out. Because we was the forgotten borough, easily the forgotten borough of Staten Island. And so we tested our skills. We went up to Harlem World. Harlem World was the mecca of hip hop. You had Savoy Manor, but Harlem World was the mecca of hip hop. and we tested our skills there. You know, they introduced, hey, we got these guys from Staten Island, and the whole crowd started laughing. They started saying Gilligan's Island, snapping on us until they heard us on that mic, and all that stopped at a drop of a dime. Like all they could say is, "Holy crap!" I ain't gonna. I don't know if I can curse it. Holy crap! These dudes are good. They sound good. We brought a fresh new sound up there. It had similar to what we was doing, but our sound just sounded really fresher than a lot of rappers out there at the time. And they was like, wow. And we used to talk of Harlem. Yo, you gotta hear these dudes from Staten Island, blah, blah, blah. And
what year was that? What year was that, Stevie?
Yeah, Pop. This was 1981. 81. That's when we were uptown. Yes. And then we used to start making we got
early. Staten Island early with it. You know what
early, yeah, man. Yeah, we the first faces they seen up there. Like, yo, to this day, you get a lot of rappers that come to me, yo, man, I got your tapes, and they still play our tapes on Rock the Bells Radio.
Yes.
That's forcemds. Yeah, so we definitely made a name for ourselves as forcemds, and made a stamp that, of course, all the other rappers, it was other rappers on Staten Island, but they didn't get out there as much as we did at the time. But then Staten Island just started really growing and evolving, and so many rappers came, like just like Pop and UMCs, Wu-Tang, Shaheem, a whole lot of people came out. This was when rap was like they came out like Pop. Y'all came out like the 90s, right? 80 or
90s.
Well, yeah, a lot of things started happening like in the early 90s. As far as when we got on wax and things of that nature. So Shaheem, when the UMCs got on like 90, 91, and Shaheem followed there shortly thereafter. Then the Clan got on, and then you had the King Just, myself.
Just, Mac Wiles, those guys came on after.
Yeah, Mac Wiles came later, but as far as that early to mid 90s. Yeah, that's what I'm a part of. As far as,
so we definitely we
forefathers.
planted.
Y'all the forefathers. Forcemds is the forefathers.
Absolutely, we got to give you your roses for sure. For being the pioneers that started. And again, it's such an honor to be able to sit here today and have a conversation with all of you all. Now, you all are from Staten Island, everyone, but did you guys?
That's correct.
Meet?
That's correct.
Okay. Did you connect at any time throughout the course of your careers beforehand? Like, did family know one another, or you all are just getting together now to do your collaboration?
Okay, you talking about with Pop, the collaboration with Pop?
Collab.
We knew Pop from back in the days. He's
okay.
Like
all right. He's one of the.
Yeah. We don't.
Pop lived in my aunt projects.
I'm from
Davey,
Stapleton,
Plex.
So you got Davies, you got Plex, you got Davey Jr. Shout out to my boy SD Hullum, aka Halloween Darkness.
Yeah, hello.
You know what I mean? But he used to come from New Brighton out to Stapleton, so it was always love because you already have family out there. But I'm from Stapleton, and to make the record clear, is like I grew up off the forcemds,
Absolutely.
So
did we?
So to be able to make a collaboration with them is like, like I said, something to scratch off the bucket list because I admired them. I made, we all made love to their music. You know what I
mean? Yeah, man. So but the bones there, but what Papa said, it's really fortunate that that back in 81, we at first, like, we was the ones carrying Staten Island on our back when it came to hip hop, because they didn't recognize Staten Island as doing nothing. So we just let them know that, yo, Staten Island could do this too. And it seems like everybody after us, whatever came out of Staten Island, was special for some reason. It had special talent, shine. All these guys had something special to them. Came rappers, actors, everything that came out of Staten Island, and
when the boss said hi, you know what I mean? I mean, like I said, I seen the forcemds on the ferry boat. You know what I mean? My mom's, my uncle, whatever the case may be, I traveled. So being on the ferry boat, I seen you come in Stapleton. I seen you perform in West Brighton. So it's a tough act to follow. Like you said, you were able to leave off Staten Island and go uptown and represent. Not many could say they were able to do that. So when you say the forcemds, and when they got shouted out on, I remember Spike Lee, you watch him do the right thing. and he's naming names, and he say the Force MDs.
Yeah,
He's putting
man.
people in. That's me, a little dude. I'm looking at them like, yo, they're being recognized. Those dudes are giants. And the people writing for them, those are the same people that wrote for Janet Jackson. So when you can say that, that's to me, those are big highlights and big statements coming from out of Staten Island and looking up to them to say, you know what, regardless of what goes on behind the scenes and who gets to, you know, these are the guys that are in the public eye. And, you know, I would like to be like that. And in order to be like that, you got to, you know, they, like I said, they set the bar high. So that's why a lot of talent from the Ghost Faces, the Wu-Tang, the Shaheem, the Brown Hornets, or whatever the case may be, like, in order to be elite, in order to be a star, you like I said, you got to aim for, you got to aim real high coming out of Staten Island.
Yeah, you follow the blueprint. Now, just before we go into the amazing part 2 of obviously you all becoming Force MDs, Zaim is your legacy, right? This
nephew. Yes, our nephew.
And I love to speak of it. We actually had Albie Shore Jr. on last week, and that was amazing. So Zaim, welcome as the newest member of Force MDs, right?
Ow.
Yes. So I want Khalil to give us a story. What are one of your stories from Force MD's experiences? I mean, I know you have so many, but what would you give us as far as like one of the best moments of being out with Force MDs?
Well, you got the good moments, the good concerts, you know, just a good moment.
Hello?
Did we lose him?
Phone probably died.
Oh, there he is.
Where? You can hear him?
Okay. He might have gone. He should be right back. Okay. Well, I guess you'll pick up from there, Stevie D. We'll let you start it until he comes back.
Yeah. Well, you know, like I said, we had a real long reign of out there doing concerts. You know, our most memorable concerts definitely had to be with New Edition when we first came out in the 80s. We did like 3 tours with them. Yeah, we was definitely at one point one of the top 2 groups out at one time in the 80s and mid 80s, and we toured a lot together.
And he taught them their moves. He's gonna be modest, but the Force MDs taught New Edition they move.
Give it to
us.
They
was looking at the older guard. They were looking at the older guard, seeing how New York do it, like everybody else was. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, but Stevie ain't gonna say that because he's very humble. But that's what he did.
Yeah. We just.
Who's your hype man?
We definitely gave great concerts together as being as a 2-man group, like the Temptations and the Four Tops. We definitely a good concert ticket to go to because we both gave great shows, and you know they looked up to us, and we looked up to them, you know, and may they continue doing what they're doing, you know. And,
absolutely.
And but that was definitely some of the highlights of our careers. New Edition and Madonna, because you toured Madonna also, and that's playing in front of like 120,000 people a night. That was a big deal.
That's
for us.
Electrifying, right? That sounds electrifying, right?
And hardly none of them talk English. Just looking at some black guys on the stage singing and dancing.
Well, they love us stay abroad. I say it all the time.
Bro.
They love it. The entertainment.
It's like it's their eyes wide open, like who in the hell are these guys? But they
blowing,
are getting down.
right?
They're getting down. Yes. So, you know,
right.
That was definitely a blessing. We always thank Madonna for that opportunity.
Amazing.
Put this on the tour with us, and that's definitely one of the highlights. So Zaim,
I was going to say, Zaim, have you had an opportunity? You got big shoes to fill, my friend. I just wonder, have you been able to tour with them? How does it feel being the newest member, the legacy, performing, learning their moves? Are you giving them new moves to do, or are you just folding into the old ones? How is that working?
I mean, Uncle Steve, he's doing a great job of keeping the moves on deck.
Go choreographer.
Steve's definitely got. Other than that, I'm really just taking in all of the experience and you know, and just getting all of the wisdom and just, you know, preparing myself for my solo stuff that's coming, and you know, and it feels really good to be a part of a family legacy, legacy. And when I'm on that stage with them, you know, it just lets me know that you're absolutely right. I have a lot of shoes to really fill up, and just being a part of it, it's preparing me. It's preparing me for the future. It's preparing me for the next offsprings that I'm gonna have to show how to get down on the stage as well. So
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
But he's a fast, Zion is a fast learner. He's definitely doing stuff I don't do.
Back in the building.
Yeah.
Back in the
My
building.
phone ran out. Been on them calls, man. Trying to handle PI.
Okay. All right, that's the businessman.
Yeah.
So we need a story from you before
Yeah,
we take off to the
but before my battery went out, I think Pop did that. Pop always do that. He always give me these batteries that don't work. So,
blame it.
I got to blame somebody. Pop is looking like the first person to blame right now. But check this. No, I got good stories. Like good stories right now. I can say it's just just a while ago we did some collaboration with the Wu-Tang with Ghostface's Daytona and Bobby Digital, and we got some plaques for it after 20 years.
Congratulations.
But story, I like stories. Like I said, stories pretty much. We got good stories. We got crazy stories. We got stories.
Give us a crazy story. We've heard the beauty of it all. Give us a crazy story.
Clean ones. Big chocolate. Clean stories.
We can keep it a little. We can do a little dirt on it. Whatever extra.
No, listen. I'm trying to, because we all reformed through time. It's but no. All I can say is times where we was in a predicament with promoters. They didn't pay us, and we got to scrapping. You know what I mean?
Oh wow! So physically, like you guys?
Yeah. Scrapping. We got to scrapping, man. And it's like I say, it's too many stories. But I said that that comes to my mind.
Yeah. I got a crazy one. I got some crazy stories.
I got crazy stories. Man.
Yeah. Can I, Khalil? You mind?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, don't be scared to throw a little dirt in there too. Get a little dirt on there.
Okay.
I'm not trying to incriminate myself. I'm still free. You know what I mean?
All right. One of our craziest stories. Pop, you got to hear this too. I know Pop. Yeah. This is a cup of tea. It's a cup of tea right here, man. My pops is so much like Joe Jackson.
Okay.
Yeah, so similar.
Okay.
I mean, they're like the sternness and like, yo, get there, come on, you gotta practice. My father was very just like Joe Jackson. So next thing you know, we in the studio. You see LaToya Jackson coming there with her husband, Jack Gordon. And they just took a liking to us, because our personalities from New York, and they from Cali. They said, hey, man, these guys, it was all good. So Jack Gordon, LaToya's husband, said, hey guys, if you ever come out to LA, man, why don't you just stop by the Jackson's mansion? And, we're the biggest that's our biggest influence, Jackson 5. So our eyes lit up like, are you serious? He said, yeah, man, these guys come by and see the giraffes and everything. Whatever you want to do.
Giraffes.
Hey, Pop, I had to throw that in, but it is true. Like, yeah. Michael had kangaroos everywhere. So we said, okay. So he's like, for real, man? Yeah. So 2 weeks later, we happened to have a show in California. We had like 3 shows in California. So we out there. So we went out there like 2 days before just to prepare and everything with the band and stuff. And so next thing we know, hey Dad, since we're in California, so our father was our road manager, and he said, yo man, while we out here, let's call Jack Gordon about that offer of going to the Jackson's house. Oh yeah, that's what my father told me. Yeah, man, yeah, okay, cool. He stutters a little bit like, I'm gonna call him right now. So, can y'all see me? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Y'all can hear me? Yeah. So he gets on the phone and says, hey, what's up, man? This is Mr. Lundy. I'm manager of forcemds. And we want to take you off and go by the Jackson's mansion. Boom, boom, boom. Jack, hey, Jack Gordon's a little tiny dude. Okay, cool. All right, this is what we need you guys to do. You go by Joe Jackson's office at downtown, and he'll give you all the arrangements you need to do. So, okay, so what's the address? You gotta go to blah 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 blah. So you go to the address to the house. Okay, cool. So you drive to the address. Our hearts is beating like this. Oh shit, we're gonna see the Jackson's house, man. We're gonna see the Jackson's house. So we all excited. All right, y'all, come on. So we all get up, go into the office. Now it's like you can see Joe Jackson in the office from the outside the office, you can see him inside, like it's a clear glass. You can see him inside. So, so we all walk in there. The secretary says, "Hey, I'm going to I'm going to see Joe Jackson before." Oh, somebody keep beeping in while I'm doing this. And she said, "I'm going to see Joe Jackson." Before the lady says, "I'm sorry," my father just walked in the door like, "Hey, Mr. Jackson, how you doing? I'm from a manager for the forcemds. Jack Gordon told me to come by and talk to you so we can go by to look at go by your house and everything." Ooh, Joe Jackson is no joke. You know them stories that Jackson's been telling about picking the bricks up and put them to the other side?
Right.
It's real, man. So Joe Jackson says,
"Wow.
I don't give a I can't curse on here, right? I can't, right?
Yes, you can. Go right
good.
ahead.
So I don't give a shit who you guys are. All you guys are is carbon copies of my goddamn sons."
Ooh.
Just like that. He don't know who he's messing with. My father's thugged out city type of dude. And Joe, but yeah, he's just hardcore. But Joe got that Indianapolis type thing to him.
Okay.
That's kind of so. My father says, "What the fuck is you talking about?" Jack Gordon's in this here. And Joe Jackson was like, "Hey, just as Joe Jackson, Pop, he just got a better seat. Hey, motherfucker, who the fuck you think you talking to?" Boy, they got fuck you. I don't give a fuck who you. We was looking out at the window like, "Daddy, that's Michael Jackson's father." No,
these are the fathers, Joe Jackson and your father.
They was like this, head to head. Fuck you. He's like, "Oh shit,
this is the best."
So the security came in and got my father out of here. But guess what? At that time, Love Is a House was the #1 record in the country. And I Can't Stop Loving You was #2. And my father says, "Yeah, motherfucker, look at the charts and see who's #1 right now."
Yes.
And Joe Jackson picked the book up. "Oh shit, it is the forcemds." My father left the office with a big smile. "Fuck you." He left. Jermaine,
you gonna get to the mansion?
Yeah. Never got to the mansion. All we did is see the mansion in a picture. That was it.
Never got to the mansion.
Never got to the mansion because my father.
You know what after I heard that story, I'm ready to hear verses. Jackson 5 versus
Jackson 5. That's it.
I'm ready to go first. We go.
Let's put it out there.
It's really Joe.
I want to respect
Joe versus Bob.
I want to respect. I want to respect to say rest in peace to Joe Jackson, but that was a moment that my father met his match because Joe Jackson was snapping back at my father.
No, imagine if they had cameras back then and y'all would have recorded.
Yes.
Oh my.
That was about
that's
100 million views right there.
Right.
Yeah. Joe Jackson. Joe Jackson's the box and all that. Joe Jackson's the box. My father got those ashy hard hands because if he had a hit my father, it would have been it. But he was definitely. I gotta say, Joe Jackson showed no fear. He was going right back at my pops, and that's Carlo. That's rare. Somebody going back at Daddy, right? At Daddy, right? He be scaring the short side of people, but Joe Jackson, like, "I don't give a fuck." Yeah. That's
that
one of the
is
craziest
the best story.
So like you said, we never got to see the
mansion or the giraffes or any of
the kangaroos, none of that. So
none of that.
We just that's a historic moment by itself.
Absolutely, the two fathers fighting. We definitely need that, and we need the verses. We're going to put that in the universe. See if we can get that.
Yeah, he was disrespectful.
That's something to see in a biopic, though. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
speaking of biopic, you all have one coming. So, is that anything that you're going to add into it? Obviously, now that you've crossed so many decades of experience, are you adding that? No.
Hello.
No, all of that is in the the biopic. All even a lot of it in the documentary. I know.
Yes.
One story that is going to stand out a lot when Jesse jumped on the stage with Michael Jackson. Steve,
I was hoping you said that. I was hoping you said that one.
Yeah.
Oh man. We was hoping for the Joe Jackson, my father story. It would have been really on time if Michael Jackson walked in that office. "Hey guys, beat it, Bob. Out of here." Listen.
Talk about it.
Out of here, beat it. With the glove on. Out of here, beat it. You know, okay. That's just what we're thinking.
Who's
about.
bad?
Okay. Michael would probably say, Bob, beat his ass. He probably told my father, beat
What
his
are y'all
father's ass.
doing?
Yeah. Beat him up. I never liked him anyway. But look, yeah, so look, we go to now Jesse D, that's our uncle. He is, when I say when he was younger, still to this day, he's 50 and some change right now. But he is obsessed with Michael Jackson.
Okay.
I mean, he was a young kid. He's obsessed with Michael Jackson. Every
I am
corner,
as well.
Yeah, every corner of his
This
wall,
is
every
different.
ceiling,
Oh,
every piece is Michael Jackson, the afro.
He
I'm
walking
sorry.
around
Michael,
with the
big
glitter,
Michael, yeah.
glitter
Yeah, like
socks.
with the sock.
I like
Even
those
though,
too.
yeah, he didn't have real glitz. Like he had like Christmas tree stuff and put tape on it, but that's another story. But look,
Okay.
and it got so
We get the
bad that
picture.
Jesse had like those little, you know, little foam balls. They have it like hair stores. We put the hair on. Y'all know what I'm talking
Mannequin.
about? Little mannequin
This
foam
isn't
ball.
going well.
Yeah. No, this is how crazy my uncle was. He had that in his bathroom. They put a Michael Jackson wig on it because he used to wear the wig regular. He used to squirt the wig and put the little curl. Okay, I think this should do right.
Was he a performer? Did he
He
perform?
performed. He
Okay.
performed in the
Hell
street
of a-
store. Michael
hell of
Jackson.
a
Yeah,
performer.
hell of Michael Jackson performed, and he sounded like him when he was young. He sounded just like him. So he used to
Okay,
put the wig on.
that makes it good. Okay.
So Jesse used to throw the wig on, curl it up. If it flips back, he'd do it again. He'd put a little extra. Like,
Big perm. Okay.
there we go.
He even ironed it and shit.
Yeah. So he used to wear the outfit. He used to wear the Michael glitter stuff. So one day, the Jacksons were performing at the Victory Tour at Madison Square Garden, and through the aisles, right? It's like intermission in the aisles. Jesse was walked through the aisles dancing like Michael Jackson because Jesse did pretty much. He looked like him a lot when he was younger because he was thin. This when Jesse was thin. He had the little cheekbones, and everybody's so crazy because thinking it was Michael Jackson. He put that persona on. So Jesse was like dancing in the aisles before the concert. Everybody's going, there goes Michael!
Wow, they thought it was him.
They did. Okay. Get out of here. Until the Jackson's on stage, she can bite down to the ground, stings, and then shine. Jesse couldn't tell. He creeped and eased to the front, and got right to front of that stage. And what he did was he went to the side, and Mr. T, the famous Mr. T with all the gold chains, was one of Michael Jackson. That was one of Michael Jackson's security bodyguards. Mr. T, Jesse looked so much like Michael back then. Mr. T didn't realize he thought like Jesse was part of the props or something. So
wow.
So he let Jesse in. Jesse crawled in there and just jumped on the stage while Michael was performing. And Michael seen Jesse like, who the fuck is? Michael ran to the other side of the stage, but the other Jackson's brothers didn't realize that Michael ran over there. They thought Jesse was Michael for a little while. Like, still, shake your body down, dude. I shake him. Go on, Michael. To the ground. That's Jesse. The brother say, "It's theirs." And Michael was like, "Hey man, get him." And Mr. T like, "Oh shit." He finally realized that it wasn't Michael. Mr. T ran on stage. He yoked Jesse off the stage. Jesse's wig fell off. That really did it.
That is hilarious.
He had to pick the wig up and put it back on. He had it up.
That's when they realized that it wasn't Michael. But up until then, he had a cover.
Wow, that's
How
hilarious.
funny is that?
That's hilarious.
The encounters with the Jacksons are amazing. I love it.
Sorry, stop, man.
I'm sorry, that shit is too funny.
Enjoy it. That's what we're here for, the moment.
He put the wig on back. He put the wig on backwards.
Yes, the moments. That is hilarious. Zayn, do you have one as funny now that you're with the group?
Oh man,
you haven't had that much fun yet. No.
You know what though? I did have one. It was one special moment when Trisco and Jesse was on the stage with us. This was the night. this is the night I met Ice-T.
Okay.
And Trisco was feeling it. Trisco was feeling it. Everybody was nice. And I'm on the stage. I'm sober, right?
Uh-huh.
And Trisco is talking to me while we performing. And I'm like, yo, we gotta perform, man. Pay attention, get in the game. He's like, I'm good. So I'm like, he's like, Zion, it was just his whole thing. He was like, Zion, you want to be like me. And we performing the whole time. And I couldn't hold it. And I was cracking up, and I thought everybody was gonna catch it, but everybody laughed, and it still went good. So that was a funny moment.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to Trisco. Word.
Rest in peace.
Rest in
Those
peace
are
to your
memories.
members that are not with us.
Yeah, TC,
For
Mercury.
sure.
Oh my
Yes.
God. Man. Yeah.
Rest in
Dr.
peace.
Rock, K1.
Dr. Rock. The Lord
K1.
Okay, one. Dr. Rock.
Yes, the history, the amazing conversation that you guys have had, the experiences, like you just stated, one of the best ever that you all had to have physical encounters with, literally.
Yeah.
I'm glad it didn't go like that for New Edition. I'm glad that was a better encounter.
Yeah. I mean, a New Edition. Those, like I said, those tours was intense. One thing that we was on tour with New Edition, that the girls never screamed so loud. I can remember like clear as day.
Is this the Jesse thing?
Yeah, we on the stage. Uncle Jesse. It's a Jesse moment again. We on the stage performing. Forgive Me Girl. Give me, girl. I'm sorry. And when you're a 5-man group, everybody got their little egos. What girl like you the most? Who the girls like the most? But Jesse was the confident. All the girls like me the most. The girls like all of us, but Jesse was real confident. So we singing. And that day, it was that one concert, them girls were screaming so loud for Jesse. I was like, damn, Jesse, you on the money tonight.
Right.
I told you, all the girls are loving me. And something said, Steve, just look down for a second. Now, Jesse's a guy that never wears underwear.
Oh, gosh. This gets better by the moment. This gets better by the moment.
So Jesse, Pop, we do the bounce stuff. Forgive me, girl.
He is swinging along.
Yeah. And boy, something said, Steve, look down. I look down, Jesse. Jesse's like, see, Steve, the girls is loving me now. I said, Jesse, look down. Your wee is out.
Oh,
he looked
my.
down. He's like, ah. He just ran off the stage.
That is hilarious.
He They came back on the stage with a big safety pin on it. It looks crazy. You just might as well you still see stuff poking out because you got a big safety. Yeah, it's a long. It's a crazy story though.
Yes.
What city was that?
That was Houston, Texas. In Houston, Texas. We'll never get the date.
I'm glad, because if that was Arizona, he would have got arrested.
Yeah, anywhere now he would have been arrested. So that definitely was good that it was then.
Yeah,
so talk to me about
that up in Boston. They would have had him behind bars.
Right. Absolutely. So have you guys been able to so you all have now come together, forcemds and Pop the Brown Hornet have come together to do a collab called Daydreaming.
Yes.
And you all have not had an opportunity to perform that yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
Hopefully we're gonna try to get Pop,
So we don't have any stories, unfortunately, for that one yet. But
only time we performed it is shooting the video.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
How was that? Because that was beautiful.
That was a moment.
That was a moment, man.
Yeah, that was
Where
a
did
good
you all
moment.
record? Where did you film it?
That was
Miami.
Miami.
Nice.
That'd be Florida, yeah, man. It was definitely a great.
There was a lot of magical moments in that too.
Yeah.
The girl came out the
girl
blue.
that supposed to been in the video didn't show up. So Pop kidnapped a girl in the building.
Pop's
There's
magic.
another moment.
Pop, explain that moment.
I pulled the Jesse D, and then she was like,
There's another moment. You kidnapped the girl, Pop?
Nah, but yeah, and we kind of like, you know, as far as the females and stuff, we winged it. The weather wasn't that great, but we caught, like, you know, caught the moments. We caught, everything came out the way it's kind of like visualized. Just wanted to get away from the city, kind of give it the little tropical sand, you know, just something different from the norm that I gather we're kind of accustomed to coming from New York. So it was just like take us out of the element, and the name of the song is Daydreaming. I mean, all men
it's on all streaming platforms.
On all platforms, but you know, as much as we are masculine, or you know, and macho, all of us men always daydream about that special one. You know what I mean? So
and big shout out to Curtis Blow and Orange Juice Jones, who were like the writers of the original version. Curtis Blow.
Okay.
He just revamped
Curtis Blow
it.
just celebrated a birthday, so happy birthday!
Yesterday, it's Carlos' birthday. They both have the same birthday.
Oh, happy birthday!
Yeah, Whitney Houston too.
Yes, rest in peace. Oh wow.
And Wendy Williams.
Get out of here.
we gotta give
Cheers to everyone.
We gotta give a big shout out to Phantom of the Beat. Big shout out to Phantom of the Beat.
Yeah.
Shout out to Phantom.
Get a great
track. Yes, definitely.
Great job. You know, let me say.
No,
I just gotta say, man, it ain't because it's Pop the Brown Hornet or Phantom Beat. I think like a lot of records out. That Daydreaming is a great record, man.
Oh yeah,
great record.
I was about to say that.
You know, we're not going to give up on that because that's a great record, man. You know, to the whole mass around the country that's a great record. It's put together well.
A feel good vibe, record. Absolutely.
Pop sounds great on it. Got a great voice. Beat is just
the lyrics are great too. Right on the point. Yeah.
Well, just to add on how you said, we're dealing with the anniversary of hip hop.
Yeah.
And at the same time, when we're dealing with the temperament of hip hop right now, they have hip hop going into so many different angles. And so me wanting to get with the forcemds was just to take it back to the classical, traditional way of us doing hip hop music. So
that's right.
In this time right now, like he's saying, it's a great song because you hear this kind of rhetoric, you hear this, you know, drugs and promoting violence. It's good just to hear, like I said, a traditional concept song with definition for the ladies. You know, and it's definitely like you said, it's a barbecue song. It's for all ages, from kids to the older. Anybody can listen to it, and you don't have to censor it. So more music like this needs to be pushed into the forefront.
I think it is now.
Instead of allowing, instead of just allowing them to set our agenda, telling us what good music is.
Yeah, the beauty of the pandemic, one of the upsides of it is the fact that we were able to come to this kind of placement where everyone can come together, get creative. Those that were the pioneers would collab with those that are of the newer visionaries to be able to bring new ideas to the table. And, you got these masterpieces that you all are putting out, but it's just a great fusion, I think, of the music that we grew up on, the music that our parents love to play, like you said, at the barbecues and just their little card parties or whatever. So now, of course, our children probably will not do it, but at least we can still vibe to something and have a good time. And it's still, and for you all, this is something that's, PG. So we don't even have to have a new version of it. You all have a version.
It's clean.
It's a clean version. Yes.
Clean version. It's a definitely
radio friendly.
Radio friendly. And it's a feel good song. It just feels good. It's a song that could transcend different generations because it just feels good.
Thank you for thank you for this music. We love it. I actually started vibing to it a few months ago. You all might have seen me putting up some post of it a while ago, and this was even before we planned the conversation. But even now, still, again, it's months later, and you all are still celebrating it.
Thank you for the support because I mean, coming independently or coming from the underground without the big support, sometimes it takes a single a few months to get to the listening ears,
Yeah, but at least it's timeless, so it'll just
that's it.
That's
there you go.
and it has the legendary aspect to it. So Daydreaming is the name of the song, guys, and you can find it on all platforms. Obviously, Force MDs. We actually have a little bit of it playing. I hear it coming in.
Got that B-boy feel, you know? Got that roller skating. Like I said, it just has that hip hop feel to it, to where it's undeniable. It might not be, it's just undeniable. Like you said, it's timeless. Regardless, you can throw it on and be able to ride out to it.
Absolutely. It's a great song. And this, the fact that it was the beach vibe. Khalil and I were talking about the beach, and I haven't been able to really spend much time there lately. So yes, just to even watch it, the video, it was great. Thank you. I could lose myself for a moment and get away. So I do appreciate you all sharing that. And like we said, you can find it Pop the Hornet. Pop the Brown Hornet. You can find him on Instagram and Stevie D, and then also Force MDs. You have that on Instagram. Now, Khalil Lundy, I think that your is real, right? The real,
right?
Khalil.
The real. You got official Force MDs. You got the real Khalil Lundy. You got Zion. What's yours? Zion what?
Zion, what's your Instagram?
Oh, official Zaim.
Official Zaim.
Official Zaim, yeah. Okay. That's the website too, officialzaim.com.
Okay. And you have new music coming out.
Oh, yes, he does.
Yes,
indeed.
I released the EP in February with executive produced by Ice-T. And we remade a lot of the classics of his selection. We got joints in there. Sade.
It's called Butter Smooth.
It's called Butter Smooth. It's out on all platforms. It's a lot of attention. I got Dr. Dre and Snoop talking right now. Like they want me to come in there and do the same thing, So we paid homage to a lot of the legends, So yeah, if you get a chance, check that out. Butter Smooth.
What's the website for your
My website is officialzaim.com.
Okay.
That's all my social media. You go on YouTube, Official Zaim. You could Google me, and a lot of that'll pop up.
Indeed.
He got some real joints on there. He got
real
some
joints.
Check it out. Yeah. I didn't even get to, but I'm gonna tag you on what we posted yesterday because I didn't have that for yesterday, but I will, and then I'll check out your music. Congratulations on that. And speaking of producers, you all had the opportunity. Not only did you work with the amazing Phantom of the Beat, shout out Haj G, but you all have worked with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. So I have to find out, how was that just in the time that you all created that amazing music?
Okay, well that happened back for the movie Crush Groove.
Yes.
That came out in the 80s. They were looking for a ballad for the movie. We was actually supposed to be invited to be in the movie at first to perform in the movie, but they chose New Edition because they was more popular than we were. So we was mad. Hey, it is what it is. But but at least we was a part of the movie. They say, hey, we can get you guys on the soundtrack. And I tell people that I recently heard that at first Tender Love was going to go to New Edition, but it never got to their hands because political backlash or something. They never got to their hands. So I guess God steered it toward our way. Instead of them getting to it, it came to our way. Okay. And we recorded it. It took 2 hours and some change to record it. And Jimmy Jam, that was Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis's first. This is a Staten Island moment pop too. That was their first crossover pop hit. Tender Love was first in line.
Was amazing.
Before SOS Band all came out first before us, but it never crossed over. Tender Love was their first crossover hit before Janet, New Edition. Tender Love was the first that crossed over for them as being producers. And it just like they felt it was going to be a big hit before it even came out. They said, this song is special. And it was right.
A Jesse moment with that, right?
It was another Jesse moment with that. The Michael Jackson wig was back the regular way. So he thought it needed drums. And he was like, no, they were saying, no, it doesn't need drums. It's good like this with the piano. And then they proved Jesse wrong, because Jesse really like fighting for the drums on there. But they said they did just keep it smooth and simple with the piano. And they was right. And it became
I
a
love it.
classic.
He
Yeah.
has it playing now.
Yeah.
Yes, I love
when
Tender Love.
when that came out, we was on tour. Boy, I don't care what records you had. When that came on, it was over. That record was just like
over.
it was the atom bomb. It was the atom bomb. You know, and to this day, I just heard it yesterday. I might enjoy just heard it on the radio yesterday.
Yes, absolutely. It's another timeless piece. I mean, actually, all of you all's music is timeless in that.
Love is a House. I just heard that the day before, and it's still playing. So that's a blessing, man. We made records that last this long, and people still like.
Thank
and
you.
And what gets me, I never told you, Carla. What gets me is when I see like the people that do, Pop. You ever see the people do reaction videos? Like they hear stuff for the first time. Yeah, they got some of our songs. They got Tender Love and Love Is a House, and the people is giving us mad love.
And you
the younger
need
generation,
all of the
the
flowers.
younger generation that hears it for the first time, like forcemds. I never heard it before. Let me hear they sound. Let me hear they sound.
And then they play the song. They're like, "Oh yeah, I know that song."
Yeah. No, they never heard the song before. They just hear it for the first time. It's a thing on YouTube. It's like first time you're hearing the song, like reactions.
Right. I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So them hearing our songs for the first time, like I'm talking about teenagers, 19, 20.
Yes.
But they love it. They
educate them.
Yeah, they said these guys sound good. They give us very big compliments on the songs that we made. That say we really sound good.
Look how many people remade the song.
Yeah, and look all the people that remade it and stuff.
Now, Pop the Brown Hornet, we can't leave this conversation without talking to you about, well, one, I know you may not want to go all the way back, but I got to take you all the way back. I'm sorry. We got to talk about your time with the Woo. And then I would love to hear about your solo project, because my favorite party anthem, I always pick up one here and there, but I love that. Party People. Oh my gosh, where did that song come from? It was amazing.
Well, that song actually is from when I was part of the group signed to MCA, part of GP the Green / GP Woo. Down Low, Rubber Bands, and June Lover and myself. So actually, Party People, the one that you put on your platform on Instagram, that's me and June Lover. And actually, it was produced by Down Low Records. So, like you said, that was a Shaka Khan sample. Oh, kind of abstract or whatever the case may be. But yeah, we definitely made that one work. And we did that back in that's probably from like '97 actually when we that song in particular. But,
so you have an old soul anyway. Is that why you're doing these fusions? Is that kind of your interest?
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, it's part of the hip hop make, I feel, but definitely in 2021, I do like, as much as I do make original tracks and things of that nature, I definitely like to go to past and regurgitate some old beats.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that's what people were doing anyway. When you look at Lauryn Hill and Killing You Softly, those are songs. Even when Puffy was big in the '90s, he was grabbing songs right from the '80s and doing it.
Yeah, sure was.
So we talking about 30 years down the line where there's a whole big gap in between. So when we touch on songs like Daydreaming, or if I touched on the song that I did with King Just, You Don't Want No Smoke by Rakim, this generation really doesn't know anything about that. You know what I mean? And it was the same way I was educated when I would hear a certain song and be like, oh, wow, Aretha Franklin sang that, or this one and that one, where I may have thought Mary J sung it first, or I thought this one sung it first. It's like I'm not reinventing the wheel. I'm doing what feels right good. Now. Who you listen to that wins off doing that a lot is what's his name, DJ Khaled. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
You're so right. Like he'll grab, he grabbed Maria. He gave that to Rihanna. He just grabbed something recently that somebody else, and so it's not like I'm reinventing the wheel, but due to the fact that Staten Island, when I look at Staten Island artists, a lot of them make street music or they make dark music. There's no vibrant music to me, in my opinion, besides the Force. So I kind of want to bring a vibrant, when I come and I make music, I don't want to be all the time gutter and street and dark. I want to be how like Fluffy worked with Biggie and said, you know what, you got to do that juicy beat. I want to bring that charisma and that style and that flavor coming from out of Staten Island.
Hey, Pop, real quick. Daddy O from Sister Son, was he instrumental in y'all getting signed?
Yes.
Daddy Yo, well, you got to figure Hank Shockley was the head A&R that signed us. And then Daddy Yo worked underneath Hank Shockley. So they definitely was influential on our project.
Another hip hop pioneer.
You know what I mean? So they definitely was influential on our projects when we were signed to MCA. You know, just grooming us and making us feel comfortable.
Yeah, because we just had an interview with the Stetson Sonic and Daddy O. He mentioned y'all. He mentioned how dope he thought y'all was. GP Woo. He said they the sleepers, Staten Island, GP Woo. Right, Carlo?
Oh, Carlo, yeah. But but Daddy O was definitely in effect, like I said, Hank Shockley and things of that nature. So, you know, it was definitely a good experience just dealing with those hip hop legends as well. Exactly.
This has been an amazing conversation, guys.
But before I Instagram, you can catch me on popdabrownhornet _ grain related. Like you said, the Daydreaming is streaming on all platforms. My most recent work, Forming Mandela, streaming on all digital platforms, produced majority by Phantom of the Beat. So yeah, go add me to your playlist if you love traditional classic.
No doubt. Hip hop. Yes. Thank you all so much for joining Champagne and Conversations.
Mm-hmm.
You all.
Yes, indeed.
Thanks for having us. Thanks for having us, beautiful. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Down there in Richmond, VA.
That's right.
To tell everybody.
My bad. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just playing. Enough people have asked. No problem. But I was going to just say individually and collectively, just the energy here today has just been amazing for all of you all. I just say thank you. I just say congratulations to all of you all. Like I said, individually with your projects and then your collaboration. And then I really look forward to hearing all of the new music that you all have going. I'm glad to see that you all are in good health, good spirit, you know, all of that great stuff. And feel free to keep us abreast of anything that you have going on because we want to celebrate it with you all.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it. Stay blessed, sister. Stay blessed, queen.
Thank you so much. I appreciate
Thanks for having
you
us.
all. Thank you.
Whatever diet you want, vegan for life. You got that.
No, I'm not a vegan.
You got that clean skin and all that.
Oh, thank you. I'm not a vegan though. I do eat regular food. I do watch what I eat though, but it's regular.
You don't see that? You don't see the McDonald's bag back up right there?
I know, right? And I'm not gonna lie, I might do it once a month, maybe. So yes, you know, we do all of that. But yes, you all. Blessings to you guys, and thank you so much for joining Champagne and Conversations.
Okay, you take care.
Have a good evening, sister.
All right, you too.
All right, Z.
Bye.
All right,
all right,
later.
Y'all.
Peace.
All right, Pop.
Y'all heard it here first, baby. Champagne and Conversations, forcemds. Hornet.